The 6-month food drop. A powerful machine has stopped. Its fuel tank is empty. You can fill it with cooking oil or muddy river water. Would either one make the engine work properly? Take a moment to predict what would happen. A machine cannot use just anything. It needs the right substances in the right amounts for different jobs. Your body is far more complex than a car. Every second it needs energy. It makes new cells, it repairs damage, it transports substances and protects itself from illness. Now imagine that you are stranded here for 6 months. 6 food drops have arrived, but you may choose only one. Which food could keep every part of your body working? The foods you choose make a difference. Or, as the lesson says, you are what you eat. In Unit 7.1, we will learn about 6 types of nutrient that everyone needs, why the body needs them, and good sources of them. Food and nutrient do not mean exactly the same thing. An egg is food. Protein inside the egg is a nutrient. Say it this way: food is the package, nutrients are useful substances inside the package. Consider the question, which of these is a food? Take a moment. Let's start by looking at 3 essential nutrients. First, carbohydrate. Carbohydrate. Your body breaks carbohydrate down to make a sugar called glucose. Glucose is the fuel that cells use for respiration. Respiration releases energy. That is why the body needs carbohydrate. It provides energy. Good examples in this lesson include rice, noodles, potatoes, grains, bread, pasta, and sweet potatoes. Starch is a carbohydrate, and sugar is also a carbohydrate. Respiration here does not simply mean breathing. Breathing brings oxygen into the body. Respiration is the energy-releasing process inside cells. Is calcium the body's main energy source? Think about it. Second, protein. Protein is important for making new cells. It helps the body grow and repair itself. The lesson also states that protein is needed to make hemoglobin and antibodies. Hemoglobin is a substance in red blood cells involved in carrying oxygen. Antibodies are protective substances involved in the body's response to pathogens. Pathogens are microorganisms that can cause disease. Source examples include meat, eggs, fish, nuts, lentils, and cheese. The stuffed peppers contain beef mince, vegetables, and cheese with lentils. The lentils and cheese provide protein. Cheese also provides fat, while the colorful vegetables provide vitamin A. Who needs plenty of protein? A growing young person? Yes. Fats and oils are very similar. The lesson distinguishes them by their state at normal temperature. Fats are solid, while oils are liquid. They give the body energy and are needed to make cell membranes. We do not eat all the time, but we need energy all the time. The body stores a little carbohydrate and quite a lot of fat. These stores can provide energy when it is needed. Carbohydrate is a short-term energy store. Fat is a long-term energy store. Fat stores can also provide heat insulation. Animals such as seals have a lot of fat underneath their skin. All fat is not useless. Fat has jobs. Vitamins are nutrients needed in only small amounts. Small amount does not mean unimportant. If important vitamins are missing, a person can become ill. Vitamin A helps the eyes work well. It also helps white blood cells fight pathogens. Sources shown in the lesson are green vegetables, carrots, pumpkin, cheese, and fish. Vitamin C helps skin stay strong and heal quickly. Sailors on long sea voyages often develop scurvy because they had no fresh fruit or vegetables. A symptom is swollen, bleeding gums. Vitamin D supports strong bones and teeth. It helps the body absorb calcium. Oily fish and sunlight are sources. In children, a lack of vitamin D can stop bones growing normally, an illness called rickets. Calcium helps make bones and teeth stronger. Milk and almonds are excellent sources. Iron is needed to make hemoglobin. Sources include red meat, dark green vegetables, fish, nuts, and seeds. A lack of iron can cause anemia. The body cannot deliver enough oxygen to cells to generate power. Water in blood allows it to flow easily and transport substances. Match the evidence. Bleeding gums, scurvy. Bowed bones, rickets. Extreme tiredness, anemia. Take a moment to review. We have said that starch is a carbohydrate. Now we will use evidence to identify which foods contain starch. To determine which food samples contain starch using an iodine test. 1. Collect 6 different foods. Include some foods from plants and some from animals. Keep every sample completely separate. 2. Place a small piece of the first food on a white tile. 3. Add a few drops of iodine solution. Observe the color and record it in the results table. 4. Clean the white tile. Repeat steps 2 and 3 for the other foods, cleaning the tile each time. 5. Complete the final column with the conclusion. Does the food contain starch? Starch from one food could get onto another food that does not contain it, producing an incorrect result. This is cross-contamination. It led to the result. It makes the color produced after iodine is added easier to see. The second column shows the result. The third column gives the conclusion. The source discussion identifies potato, bread, rice, cake, and biscuits as starchy plant-derived samples. It states that the animal-derived foods brought for that activity did not contain starch. Observation is what you see. Conclusion is what the observation means. Nutrition questions often require more than remembering facts. We must read tables, compare values, and calculate quantities. In the source table, chicken contains the most protein. Orange contains the most vitamin C. Milk contains 4 grams of fat per 100 grams. For 200 grams, 4 times 2 equals 8 grams. Marcus says Brazil nuts contain more calcium than all others combined. Sophia says they contain more fat. The source supports Sophia. 60 grams of fat compared with 16.18 grams of others combined. For a child with weak teeth and bones, the source selects milk because it has the second highest calcium value, while containing less fat and oil than the comparison choice. Think about the calculation. What should you do for a double portion? You now know the jobs of carbohydrate, protein, fats and oils, vitamins, minerals, and water. Choose one food drop to survive on for 6 months. Take a pause now. Choose one food crate and defend your choice using the nutrients we've studied. Rice, bread, and potatoes can provide carbohydrate. Cake and biscuits contain energy-rich nutrients. But can any one of these foods provide every required nutrient for 6 months? The source conclusion is clear. You cannot live on one food. You need a balanced diet. Unit 7.2, a balanced diet. Your diet is the food that you eat each day. The word diet does not automatically mean a special weight loss plan. Everyone has a diet. Food should provide different kinds of nutrients and the right amount of energy. A balanced diet provides the right amount of energy together with all the different kinds of nutrients. The goal is not identical amounts of every food. Balance means appropriate kinds and amounts. A meal with energy but no vitamins is not balanced. Most of the energy in this lesson comes from carbohydrate and fat, but different people use different amounts of energy. More sport, walking, or running usually means more energy is used. Less movement means less energy is used. The source says genetic differences can affect how quickly people use energy. In cold conditions, the body uses energy to maintain processes. A taller person generally needs more energy to move a larger body mass than a smaller person. How much energy does an average 8-year-old need? 8 megajoules per day. A boy of 15 needs about 11 megajoules because he is still growing and active. Energy is measured in megajoules. The source answer suggests that most 15-year-old girls require less energy than most boys because girls are usually smaller. Individual energy needs vary based on size and activity. Balanced does not mean identical for everybody. Needs change with growth, activity, and pregnancy. Growing people need protein for cells and carbohydrate for energy. A pregnant woman needs plenty of protein to help build the growing baby's new cells, iron to make hemoglobin, and calcium to build the baby's bones. Iron for hemoglobin? Yes. Protein for growth? Yes. The lesson makes an important distinction. Fiber is not actually a nutrient. The body cannot digest it. Fiber is mostly cellulose. It helps prevent constipation and helps food move easily through the alimentary canal. Good sources are vegetables, fresh fruit, and cereal grains. Starch and sugar are carbohydrates. We get energy from carbohydrate and fat. Fiber helps the digestive system work normally. The bigger an area in this triangle, the greater the proportion of that kind of food. Plenty of whole grains at the bottom, and lots of fruit and vegetables for vitamins and fiber. Why are sweets at the top? Too much can cause weight gain and increase the risk of heart disease. Too much sugar is linked with tooth decay and diabetes. Too much animal fat is linked with heart disease. The source identifies protein, fat, carbohydrate, and calcium in a burger and fries meal. It says fruit and vegetables should also be included. Lentils and nuts are protein sources if meat is excluded. Combine energy sources, protein, fruits or vegetables, fiber, minerals, and vitamins across the day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner should demonstrate this balanced principle. The table gives grams of fiber in 100 grams. 200 grams of rice gives 6 grams of fiber. 100 grams of spinach gives 6. Total, 12 grams. Your weight increases if you eat more energy than you use. Let's open the 6 locks. What does carbohydrate become when broken down? Glucose. Give 2 jobs of protein, growth and repair. High stakes now. Eyes, skin healing, and calcium absorption. Vitamins A, C, and D. Iron for hemoglobin? Yes. Anemia, scurvy, and rickets are the deficiency diseases to match. Water is for transport in blood. The boss question. Can one food crate supply every nutrient for 6 months? The answer is no. A person needs a balanced diet. The mystery is solved. Your body does not need one fuel. It needs a team. Carbohydrate, protein, fats, vitamins, minerals, water, and fiber. A balanced diet is the right combination for you. Every meal becomes part of your body's work. Your final challenge. Plan a day of balanced meals for a sibling. Label the nutrients and explain the balance. Unit 7.1 and 7.2 complete. Good luck, Science Explorer.